All right, time for some more oxygen not included. So, our primary goal at this point, I believe, is to get some plastic so that we can eventually tame these metal volcanoes that we've got, so that we don't keep scalding our dupes with gold. That's the eventual goal. To that end, we're going to have to get oil from this asteroid here. And that's going to take a bit of doing because we're going to have to get oil wells set up, I think. I do not see a bunch of loose oil to grab. And I know, according to the star map, there is a polluted water vent that we can use to feed the oil wells. So, one of the first things we're going to do, though, is I think we're going to set up some spiced food for our dupes, so that we can stop wasting so much food with rotting in the rockets. Now, we will start by building a spice grinder. This is no longer really relevant anymore, is it? It's okay, what was that about? Well, anyway, we'll deconstruct these. Build them there. And we're going to have to deconstruct this cot so that we can fit some doors in. Like that. Because this spice grinder needs to be in a room. Kitchen specifically. There we go. And we are going to set it to freshener spice. And I am thinking we send freshener spiced fried mushroom. You'd think we'd send pickled meal along because it has a longer shelf life, but with the way that the spices work, it doesn't actually matter which food you pick, because any food you spice with freshener spice will last indefinitely in a refrigerator in an oxygen atmosphere. So, I'm going to, do we get to pick how many? Not really, huh? Okay. I have not used these yet. They are new. I was kind of hoping I could set a number of jobs, but it is not looking that way. Are you all just gonna infinitely spice things? I might have to manually control that. That'll be a pain, but... Well, over here, we're going to disable pickled meal. And we're gonna do fried mushroom, spiced food only, 15 kilograms. Because that should be enough. Oh, are we set to crew only up here? Or is this set to crew requested? Or are they doing stupid things with the... They're doing stupid things with the suits again. Nicola, put on the suit. Why are you dupes not docking these suits? I do not understand why that keeps happening. It is weird. Maybe it's a bug with something. It's got to be a rocket-specific bug. Rowan, put on the suit. It's just not docking these suits for some bizarre reason. Sometimes, though. Not always. Okay, so if I put this on edible fried mushroom, but spiced food only. Okay. I don't have a good setup for this right now, but we'll just make do with what we got. We're gonna spice a whole bunch of our fried mushroom. Is it actually regaining freshness? I think it might actually be regaining freshness with the way this is. I Oh, right. Because it's in a sterile atmosphere. It is enough to actually regain freshness. Oh, we have a new planetoid. Rayabo? What do we got? Oh. Radiation planet. Medium boulders, metal pour. That's. I hope that doesn't affect the uranium. That'd be a bit of a pain if it isn't. And it looks like Rowan's already got a skill point to spend. Should we get you into some suit wearing, maybe? Hmm. Oh yeah, we were gonna have you do doctoring, weren't we? There. Alright. Now, we are going to build an entire new rocket. So, do I build it on... No, build it here. One steam engine. And let's see, we definitely need a gas cargo canister. And it's really annoying that scrolling that scrolls this. I got to scroll like this, huh? Breathable gas. Oxygen. Let's see, we're gonna need a nose cone, that's for sure. And I think we'll... Do we put in a battery? Yeah, I think we put in a battery. Oh, I can't build it up there. Alright, and then... Do we have some glass? We do. I got a little more glass. Can I get some more glass, please? Let's do... Send out the glass, please. Thank you. I'm gonna have to start building the interior of this thing. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go build this interior. Who are we gonna send out on this rocket anyway? I know Steve, because Steve does all our stuff for us. But... Oh, I better send Gene. I better send Gene. Gene. Steve. Oh yeah, I need to... New rocket, need to manually trigger load. Where is this rocket coming? Looks like we're all loaded up here. Nice. It's working much nicer. Yep. Away that rocket goes with another shipment of water. We could use the water. Oh yeah, I should get research done. I am just gonna straight up deconstruct this. It'll unbalance our things a little bit, but now the dupes can do some research. Wow, Gossman is fast. You are fast, Gossman. Should probably get some water piping in here at some point. Did I just do that preemptively? Why not? I guess. I know the pattern. And there we go. And we'll just put a bridge here to draw the water in. And another water. Like that. Let's just put some more ladders in. And time for more building. Build the stuff, dupes. Build the stuff. Build the stuff. Build it all. I need you to build these rockets so that we can go get plastic so you can have better toilets on your rockets. We need better rocket toilets. Because I am very tired of dirt. It is just a problem. Okay. Alright. That should get some water flowing, right? This tube dupes. Please, thank you. Is that rocket preferring the left platform? Is this Starfinder? You know, Starfinder, you can land on the right platform for a moment. Ooh, now is a good opportunity to watch the automation issues. Figure out what's wrong with that. Ah, it immediately switches to landed immediately. Okay. So we need a delay. Okay, there's our problem. The green signal happens as soon as the rocket requests to land, not actually after it's landed. So the steam gets up there too soon. So I think, do I put a filter gate here? Or do I put one here? You know, I want it to be able to request it sooner myself, so let's see. Filter gate. I really need to get some tungsten someday so that I don't melt these, but what do you do? two dupes do this like now, so that I don't forget what I'm doing. Let's give it 60 seconds to land. We'll see if that's enough. Okay. Fueled. What is missing here? Cargo transfer? It's just that occasionally flickers on and off. That is just how that goes. Okay. Double check. Ah. Why are you in... What is up with that? Why are your dupes getting trapped in Lincoln Rocket? I don't get it. What causes that? Dupes. Oh dear. We're gonna overpressure this area too, aren't we? You're gonna get popped eardrums. No, maybe it's vacancy only? They set to vacancy only. I think I figured out what's wrong. It's been set to clearance always, so that even if the dupes can come in here, well, even if there's two suits docked, they can come in. So if 3 dupes try to come in at the same time, 2 of them will dock their suit, 1 will drop it, and then they'll pick up the 2 suits from the dock, but they won't pick up the 3rd one. Cursed Atmo suits. Alright, that ought to fix it. Okay, we're getting somewhere now with that. May get out of here though. Seriously. I'd like to get a little bit more piping done here, so that this thing can preload with water, and that way when we get a little bit of plastic, we can swap in that toilet as soon as possible. How's this rocket doing? Oh, another thing I want to do is rotate these beds. Because the beds will, well, the dupe sleeps in the tile of interest of the bed. So when you build the bed, your cursor is always pointing at the tile of interest, as they call it. It's the tile where all the interactions with the building takes place. So when the dupe is sleeping in the bed, they are in this lower left corner here. And the reason I want to flip it is so that it puts it on this side. Because if you look at the radiation, there are 51 rads per cycle here, but only 28 rads per cycle here. So by flipping it, the dupe will get less radiation poisoning. And the reason there's more rads there is because these ports for liquids and whatnot on the ceiling here don't block as much radiation as the steel walls do. So there's 2 beams of radiation coming down. Ideally, I'd have plastic here to shield it some more, but Yeah. And there we go. One backwards bed. It looks weird, but it works better. Because less radiation for the dupes. Alright, I think this rocket is ready to go. Okay. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt their sleep pattern no matter what, probably, so. If Gene and Steve could show up for rocket duty. And it... Why did it... Wait, maybe this atmosuit is... Oh... I'm glad I caught that. They almost got me. They just wore out an atmosuit. Alright, go get a fresh suit. Go get a fresh suit. Somebody give this dupe a fresh suit. Unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of reed fiber at the moment. I don't think we have enough to... Yeah, we still can't make another one. I'm gonna have to get us some reed fiber too. Maybe Dracos? Somebody would deliver us. We're just gonna have dupes stuck here until we get a suit delivered. Come on. Thank you, Nicola. Okay. We will do our launch checks and launch the rocket. Okay. I believe the rocket is ready to go this time. Hopefully Steve will show up and not immediately drop a worn ammo suit. Thank you. And we will launch. I think there's probably a rocket just waiting. Oh, it wants the right platform though. Is the Starfinder ready to go? What have we got in here? Oh, I gotta get this spiced food only. Fried mushroom, 15 kilograms. Priority 9, please. Okay, there's Dupe's bringing food. I really would like to find that water. Or a really big pocket of oil would work too. Yeah, the Starfinder's getting radiation. Pays on a radiation reduction schedule, it's fine. Okay. Just keep digging deep. Tell me what this geyser is. Well, we're gonna have to explore until we find the right geyser. Unless I'm gonna want to grab some Dracos, I think. What have we got there? That's our polluted water vent. Okay. Good to know. We'll have you explore some more this way, though. You have to figure out how to... I don't have anybody that can analyze this geyser, but you can kind of make some assumptions about how much water a geyser overproduced, you can assume its active period is roughly 60%. So if we take the 12.2 kilograms per second it erupts at, multiply that by 384 seconds of eruption, divide by 877 the period, and then that gives us 5.3, and then if we take that times 60%, we can assume that this water geyser is probably in the 3.2 kilogram range. Maybe more, maybe less, we won't know until we analyze it, but that will be more than enough to build us an oil well, I think. So I need to do some more exploring here though. Oh, we got a neurovacillator. We should probably use that. It gives duplicants a buff. Let's dig our way into that too while we're at it. Yeah. Now this is a puzzle to figure out. I believe the idea is you have to put something on each of these weight plates. But the thing is, the wires aren't even connected properly anyway. Are they? Can fix that. Should we actually solve this legit? Wouldn't that be a thing? Oh, it's actually ladders. What are they set to? 10 kilograms? Oh, there's no good way to do that, is there? Alright. This is silly, you can just deconstruct it and get through. Oh, can I... You know, automatic Spencer. This is ridiculous. Oh. Never mind. My efforts have been wasted anyway because the little tiny battery ran out and the checkpoint requires power. Deconstruct. There's no point now. I was gonna try to solve it legitimately, but the battery ran out too fast. You know, they should just make it so that, I don't know. Something. Anyway, Steve, you like to torment you with everything. You're our favorite duplicant, aren't you? You do all the work, so you get to enjoy the neurovacillator. It'll be fun. Yeah, fun. You don't look like you believe me. You'll be fine, Steve. Alright. Finish the process. What did we get? Sunny disposition, huh? The neurovacillator gives a random positive trait to whatever duplicate you use it on. So, Steve basically can't get stressed out very easily at all now. Look at Steve go, he's having a great time. Steve. We're eventually gonna have to have somebody over here to man the pumps. We'll have to recruit somebody for that, I think. So I'm assuming this is the minor volcano. Yeah, that's enough. You don't need to dig it out. You can see it. That's fine, as long as we don't dig up this tile. Okay. So I need to do something about this polluted water vent, for starters. I think that starts by building the tank for the water for it. And for that, I would like to run some numbers using the Professor Oakshell calculator. got a geyser calculator. Well, I mean, I wrote the thing, so... Of course, I'm going to use the Professor Oakshell one. Let's see. How much storage tank we need for an average polluted water geyser? 90 tiles. Okay. How much is this? 120. I think if we just dig this whole area out a bit and utilize the natural layout, we'll be fine. Alright. We're gonna get our first polluted water here. Geyser's about to erupt. There we go. Okay. Oh, new planetoid. Oh, Sedimos. Oh. That's the Regolith asteroid. That is our eventual home that we're going to conquer. That is going to be, ooh, we're going to need some longer range rockets, because that is not really in reach of anything, is it? Unless this is an asteroid, and I kind of doubt it. It's not necessarily the most efficient design, but it works, you know? There. That ought to work. And I'll put some letters in. Eventually I'm going to put a door here, but... I didn't bring any gold amalgam, did I? Nor did I bring any steel. We might have to just come back. Yeah, I think we might. I mean, we need to go back for food anyway. Ooh, we need to get more salt. We are out of dirt. That's alright though, we are using mealwood seeds to make freshener spice now. So the lack of dirt for growing mealwood is actually less of an issue because I did the math and I had like 1,000 cycles worth of mealwood seeds. How much do I have now? Mealwood seed. Yeah, 372. So that's 3,720 cycles of food for a single duplicate divided by 3. So it's a lot. Our biggest issue is the lack of salt, which I'll have to do something about. Maybe on the next rocket trip we'll have Rowan dig salt. Huh. Maybe. Who is trapped? Steve? Steve? Why, Steve? Why would you do that, Steve? Did you build your way up or something? Oh, come on, Steve. No, let's see. That and that. Okay, Steve, get down from there. You genius. The Starfinder's ready to go again, I think. Yep. One last trip out for pay for the moment. Get a little bit of a peek out here. Crew requested. And away we go. Looks like my automated refueling system's working better now. Well, we should send our dupes back before they run out of food. So we are going to make a trip back, load back up, and come back out. This time maybe with some steel. we are gonna go load back up with some more supplies so we can finish this bit of the project. Unless something interesting happens, we'll be back then. Okay, I guess something interesting happened. We discovered a new planetoid. Or still, So I guess, yeah. I'm looking at how empty this gas cargo canister got. I bet you we were practically out of oxygen. That would have been bad. Would have been bad. I probably should keep a better eye on that. Oops are fine though. Nothing went wrong. Alright, well, we're expanding the slug power room. Mostly because I let slugs breed a little bit more than I should have a while back. But, yeah, that'll get us more power here. Hopefully get our batteries more fully charged. I don't remember how many I spec'd this out for. I think it was like 25 or something. That should be okay though, for now. I also set up some ceramic production over here. So I've got that automated. Must have used up all the clay. But I'm also working on setting up a setup to clean up the oxygen, well, the carbon dioxide down here. Which I think actually all that's really missing at the moment is power wires. Probably better be ready to snip that pipe. You know what? Let's see. About that much, maybe? Yeah, that'll be good, I think. And another thing I'm doing is I'm pumping this out finally. I'm gonna try to consolidate some of the water ponds that we got around the place still. It's kind of a mixed pool, but I'm not using it for polluted water anymore at the moment, at least not directly, because we're not growing bog buckets anymore. So, yeah, I think the Conquest rocket, I've been calling it Conquest, I don't have a better name for it at the moment, is nearly filled up with the oxygen. And we've got a ton, 2 tons of steel, as well as some dirt and plenty of food. So yeah, should fill up in just a little while. Once that does, we'll launch it and send it back out to do more. Oh, Conquest is landed. Yeah, I know it's hot. You just jumped out in a bunch of steam. What do you expect, Gene? What do you expect, my little dude? And I think I can do that. That should get them to drop the slugs off here, and they should eventually start going up and pumping some stuff. I think. Yeah. Oh, I didn't send my mechatronics person along, did I? Oh well. Problem for another time. There should be cricketers in this room. Good. Good, good. Okay. I think all that's really left to do here is wait for those eggs to hatch. And how far are they from hatching? 56, 60, 59. It's going to be a few cycles, isn't it? This project is going to take a while still, because we don't have the we need to build a, oh, where is it? Oil refinery. And we also need to build polymer presses, and it is just going to take a long time. Because I'm already up to several hours I've been at this. And I am frankly running out of time. So I need to get started actually editing this stuff. So it's just gonna have to wait until another time. But we made pretty good progress. We got some polluted water collecting. We'll get it sieved. We'll get it turned into oil and eventually into plastic. That's gonna have to wait until another time. Till then, have fun.